Today I want to talk about a mistake many of us make, especially when we're excited about or drawn to someone special. When we feel a spark, when we long for someone to be closer to us, or dream of building a lasting relationship, we often pour so much of our mental and emotional energy into that person. This becomes even more true when they feel just a bit out of reach, or when we're unsure how they really feel about us. In doing so, though, something important can happen. We might begin to neglect the things that matter most: our family, our friends, our passions, and even the core values that make us who we are. These parts of our lives, the ones that give us joy and identity, quietly fade into the background. Why? Because our focus shifts entirely to them. But here's the truth. It's these very things that make us whole and give our lives true meaning. Why do we fall into this pattern? Because when we meet someone who seems to have everything we've ever dreamed of, it's easy to believe they're the one. We convince ourselves that holding on to the relationship is the most important thing. And in doing so, we lose sight of what we really need. Instead of nurturing our own values and the life we've built, we focus all our energy on pleasing them. But love, real love, isn't about losing ourselves to chase after someone. True love grows from a place of strength, from being a complete person who refuses to sacrifice the things that make life meaningful. When we maintain that balance, we don't just preserve our happiness, we lay the foundation for a relationship that's healthy, fulfilling, and built to last. When we deeply desire someone, our instincts can sometimes betray us. We may push ourselves to the limit, doing everything we can to earn their attention or affection. But here's the hard truth. Overexerting ourselves doesn't necessarily make them more attracted to us. In fact, it can have the opposite effect. They may feel pressured or even sense that they have all the control in the relationship. And for some, this dynamic creates distance. What happens next? We feel anxious, we try harder, and in that desperate cycle we lose sight of the things that truly matter: our passions, our relationships with others, and most importantly, our own sense of worth. Mark Manson, in his book The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, shares a compelling story about Dave Mustaine. Fired from the band Metallica before they became legends, Dave was determined to prove himself. He founded Megadeth, a band that achieved incredible success, selling over 25 million albums and touring the world. But despite this success, Dave didn't feel fulfilled. Why? Because he couldn't let go of the shadow of Metallica. His former band went on to sell over 125 million albums. No matter what he achieved with Megadeth, Dave remained stuck in a loop of comparison, unable to fully appreciate his own accomplishments. Manson contrasts this with the story of Pete Best, a former member of the Beatles. Like Dave, Pete was removed from his band just before they skyrocketed to fame. But Pete's response was entirely different. Instead of clinging to bitterness or chasing validation, Pete focused on what truly mattered to him. He built a quiet, fulfilling life, getting married, having children, and finding happiness in simplicity. Later, he even described being let go from the Beatles as a blessing in disguise because it led him to the life he loved. Manson emphasizes that the difference between Dave and Pete lies in their values. Dave measured his worth through external comparisons and success. Pete found fulfillment in the simple joys and deeper meaning of life. This story offers us a powerful lesson. When we try too hard to prove our worth or please others, we risk losing our peace, our happiness, and the things that truly define us. Instead of chasing recognition, we need to embrace the values and relationships that bring us real joy. When we do, we'll find not only contentment, but also the strength to live a life that's truly our own. If we truly want to be happy, we must learn to value the right things. Let's talk about dating. When finding someone to share our life with becomes our top priority, and we meet someone who seems to fit that dream, it's so easy to pour all our energy into making it happen. But here's the catch. In doing so, we can unintentionally neglect or even lose sight of other important parts of our life. Think about it. When we stop nurturing the things that matter, like family, friendships, passions, and personal goals, they start to fade away. They lose their joy and vitality because we've failed to give them the love and care they deserve. This creates an imbalance. Our life becomes lopsided, with all our hopes and happiness resting on the fragile foundation of one new relationship. What we need to do, though it might feel counterintuitive, is the opposite. Instead of narrowing our focus, we should broaden it. We need to strengthen our connection with everything else that gives our life meaning, our hobbies, passions, time spent with loved ones, favorite books, and the goals we're striving toward. These are the things that remind us, my life doesn't revolve around just one relationship. When you see your life as rich and full of things to cherish, your perspective shifts. Suddenly, it doesn't feel like everything depends on whether this one person reciprocates your feelings. Instead, you'll think, I'd love for this to work out, but even if it doesn't, I still have a beautiful, meaningful life. And here's the truth. This sense of inner independence, this abundance of joy and purpose, is what makes you truly attractive. Not because you need love to fill a void, but because you're inviting someone to join a life that's already whole. Imagine your confidence as a table. The tabletop represents you, your self-worth, your inner strength, your sense of identity, and beneath it are the legs that hold it steady, your passions, friendships, family, goals, and hobbies. These are the things that give your life strength, love, and meaning. When you meet someone special, it's vital to enter the relationship with a table that already has solid, sturdy legs. Why? Because a table without strong legs, one that wobbles or collapses, can't stand on its own. And the same is true for confidence. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where your table has no legs, or worse, where you decide that all the other legs no longer matter simply because you found one leg that feels extra special. Doing so weakens your confidence, throws your life off balance, and leaves you vulnerable. Here's the reality. The moment you feel like you've found the one is exactly when you should focus on strengthening all the other areas of your life, the legs of your table. This way, you enter the relationship as an equal partner, not someone overly dependent. You remind yourself, if this relationship doesn't work out, I'll be okay. I've built a strong, meaningful life supported by many legs, not just one. You don't need to beg, overextend yourself, or chase after anyone. Instead, focus on being your best self. Let the amazing life you've built speak for itself and allow things to unfold naturally. And if the other person doesn't reciprocate or appreciate you, that's okay, because you're not leaning on just one leg. You have plenty of others keeping you steady. Confidence is a lot like wealth. A financially secure person has the power to say no to opportunities or people that don't align with their values. In the same way, a confident person has the inner strength to avoid relying on others for validation. So, build and protect the legs of your table. That's the key to true freedom, unshakable confidence, and lasting happiness. Imagine a table supported by many strong legs. Each leg represents a part of your life that brings meaning, joy, and value. Your family, friends, passions, goals, and hobbies. This table is your foundation, your confidence, and your sense of self. Now picture someone entering your life who doesn't align with you. Maybe they treat you poorly, fail to invest in you, seem uncertain, or make you feel uncertain. When you have a table with sturdy, well-built legs, you can smile and confidently say, "No, thank you. I'm fine." Why? Because you don't need anyone to feel whole. Your life is already rich, full of relationships and pursuits that truly matter. No matter how charming, attractive, successful, or high status someone may appear, they can't become the center of your world. Nothing is worth sacrificing the balance and happiness you've worked so hard to build. You can think to yourself, "Yes, you're attractive, but you're not the right fit for me." True confidence isn't just about saying no to what you don't want. It's about having the strength to say no, even to what you do want, when it's not right for you. It's the power to walk away from something tempting because you know your worth doesn't depend on it. So, here's my message for you this week. If you meet someone attractive who might seem like a great addition to your life, don't fall into the trap of placing all your hopes in them. Do the opposite of what instinct might tell you. Instead of focusing on them, keep investing in the other areas of your life, the legs of your table. When you do this, you'll always feel strong, grounded, and capable of saying no if they don't treat you the way you deserve or fail to bring the positive energy you need. They don't have to behave badly. Sometimes they simply don't offer enough value or aren't worth giving up what truly matters to you. And when you realize that, you can smile, walk away, and think, "I'm okay. My life is already filled with valuable, meaningful things." Just because someone impressive enters your life doesn't mean your world, or who you are, is any less important. Even if that person has achieved more in terms of wealth, status, or tangible success, it doesn't diminish your worth. Even if they seem more attractive, captivating, or remarkable, that doesn't mean you should lose faith in your own value. In life, it's natural to meet people who seem superior to us in certain ways, but their strengths should never overshadow the unique significance of what you bring to the world. If all you do is care for your ailing brother, your life is still rich with love and purpose. Your worth isn't measured by comparisons, it's measured by the difference you make in your own world. The importance of your life lies in the things you've built and nurtured. It's found in your family, your friendships, and even in the small, quiet ways you've touched the lives of others. These contributions are just as meaningful as the grandest achievements of someone you see as impressive. When you stay connected to the things that bring value and meaning to your life, you won't be shaken by the arrival of someone new, no matter how attractive or successful they are. Instead, you can remind yourself, "My world matters. What I do is meaningful. I don't need to compare myself to anyone else to feel whole." When you stay connected to your self-worth and the things that truly matter in your life, no one can make you feel not enough. No one can make you think you need to try harder or be someone you're not just to earn their attention, no matter how attractive or impressive they might seem. When you're deeply rooted in your own values, you approach every relationship as an equal, confident in who you are and what you bring to the table. But here's where so many people go wrong. When they meet someone special, someone who feels like the one, they start believing that everything else in life no longer matters. They pour all their energy into that one relationship. The truth? That's precisely when you need to do the opposite. That's when you double down on the things you love, your passions, your relationships, your goals. When you invest in yourself, you not only protect your sense of self-worth, but you also enrich the relationship itself. Maybe you're reading or hearing this and thinking, "That's so true. I've made this mistake before. I've lost myself in a relationship. I became so focused on someone else that I forgot my own value. I started lowering my standards and lost sight of what I bring to the world." If you've been in that situation, you know that change doesn't happen by just agreeing with advice. Real change comes from action, small, consistent steps, day by day. It's about deepening your connection with the things you cherish most in life. It's about asking yourself, what truly matters to me? What do I want to keep building, whether or not this person is in my life? By doing this, you're not just preserving your value, you're transforming. You're becoming the best version of yourself, a version that doesn't rely on anyone else to feel whole, because you've already built a life that's full, meaningful, and entirely your own. What you need to do is train the muscle of confidence and invest in yourself. This is the greatest and most sustainable investment you can ever make, because at the end of the day, no one but you will be by your side for your entire life. People may come and go. There's no guarantee that the person you love or date today will still be there in the future, but you will always be there for yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're making a commitment that pays dividends for a lifetime. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, was once asked, "What's the greatest investment you've ever made?" His answer, "The investment I made in myself." Why? Because when you invest in yourself, you create lasting value. You equip yourself to handle anything life throws your way. No matter the situation, you bring you into it. And upgrading who you are is the best way to ensure you're always strong, confident, and prepared. Take the time, energy, and dedication to build yourself up. Learn, grow, and invest in the things that help you become the best version of yourself. When you do, you won't just feel good enough in any situation. You'll radiate a powerful, confident energy that naturally draws others to you. People will see you and think, "There's something truly special about this person." Remember, true confidence doesn't come from someone else validating you. It comes from knowing you're prepared to face every challenge and relationship with self-respect, strength, and inner peace. That's the greatest gift you can give yourself. And the best part, that same confidence is what makes you magnetic, unique, and absolutely unforgettable to anyone you meet. From my perspective, happiness and self-worth don't come from seeking validation or affection from others. They come from valuing and investing in yourself. In relationships, it's so important to hold on to your identity and maintain balance. Don't lose yourself in the pursuit of someone else. Live true to your values. Build a life that feels fulfilling and meaningful to you. When you are confident, whole, and rooted in who you are, healthy relationships will naturally find their way into your life. Always remember, your value isn't determined by the validation of others. It comes from how you love, cherish, and grow within yourself. Life is a long journey, and the most important part of it is consistently investing in you, growing from within and finding meaning in every step you take. Enter every relationship with confidence and balance. You don't need to chase anyone to feel whole, because you are already complete. The right person for you will see, appreciate, and cherish the values you bring. They won't expect you to change or compromise who you are just to keep them. Be true to yourself. Hold on to the things that matter most in your life, and let everything unfold naturally. When you don't rely on anyone else for your happiness, that's when you truly shine. That's when you become the best version of yourself, a radiant version that no one can resist. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your loved ones. See you in the next video.